Hello, ladies and gentlemen. One Jonas asked for an unboxing video, so unboxing video. I'm just doing this on my laptop with the built-in camera and microphone and so on. So for anyone who would really like this to be technically better, Morten, I'm sorry. Anyway, we got three things here, and this first one is I happen to know what it is, but we should probably save the surprise for those who do not. It is cardboard and a poster. I did not really care about posters until suddenly I had them. Let's see. Oh, very nice. So we got what appears to be a war sun, maybe. It's pretty cool. And then we got the front page, or the front thing of the yeah, it's the same one that's up on top here. In both of these, I'm thinking I really love the colors and drawing of this, but I'm kind of nervous that if you put it far away on a wall, that is going to be hard to tell what it is because there's a lot going on. So I got to work up something for that. But I think these are just to get a quick look at the other one. I think both of these are definitely going up somewhere. Okay, that was the quick bit. Then we got this delightful Twilight Imperium Deluxe Rulebook, which is what came with the pre-order that Faro Cigar had, which is why I was so happy that y'all got this for me. So let's just see. Got some neat little artwork to begin with here. I'm not going to go through this entire thing, but I did quickly glance at it previously, and I thought it looked pretty cool, and I'm very happy with it. There's some developer notes, it seems like, and a timeline for the artwork. You see, this is the lion there is kind of the poster child for this whole endeavor. We got the front page thing again. I'm just going to call it the front page. And, oh Jesus. And then it just kind of goes on into various rules. We have an actual lore compendium back here. I did not know this. Okay, I'm just quickly gonna look through this. I like that they have like the little numbers for the various things. I think that makes it very easy to like look up specific things, hopefully, if they have a good index. But yeah, I would obviously need to look through the rulebook a bit. But I think I remember the old one as being kind of messy. But that was one of the good things about this, apparently, is that they've cleaned up a lot of stuff. But at least now they've also, like in the previous one, there was a bunch of lore, but it was sort of scattered. And here they've, at least in the deluxe rulebook, they've really done something with, like, like a lot of cool artwork and so on. So there is, yeah, like basically there seems to be like more story here, and all of the prehistoric events of the old Glasex Empire falling and all that stuff that I'm not even sure Morten knows all that much about, but I read all of it back in the day, and I'm probably going to read all of this again. Let's see if there's some other. Oh, look, Star Wars flashback. Jakku. Yeah. Threats from Beyond. Oh God, I gotta read this. I gotta read this afterwards. Oh, recognize this one. Okay, let's see for the final bit. Oh, back here, we look in the back here, we've got the various races. The Emirates of Khan, these are the Trader Lions poster child thing. In 3rd edition, not a hugely effective race because trade was just fundamentally not very good. These are the humans, by the way. That's Morden's race. Oh, Baronies of Leavenworth, love those guys. Trade was kind of borked in 3rd edition, and the Lions kind of relied on trade to be effective, so they weren't. All in all, it didn't really work out. Oh, the universities of Jolna, when academics go to war, apparently they're still hella fragile, because in 3rd edition these had specific rules making them worse than everybody else. At least they had a lot of tech. I'm just gonna check if there are any. I'm just gonna do this with a bunch of them so you can get a quick look. Just gonna see if there are any new races, because there's like 18 of these. So if I want to go through the whole thing, oh, Israel tribes, fucking OP. Just saying, these guys won every time, unless you killed them immediately, which isn't fun in a 4-hour game. Anyway, I just want to see if there are any new races. Which there. Oh, this one's. No, this is not new. This is in an expansion set that I have, but I never got to play with. So I don't actually got this one, the Necrovirus, which is also from there. And there's also supposed to be some mushrooms, like sentient. Oh, they're here. They're here. I just skipped them by accident. Yeah, okay. So they don't have any new races, but they do have all of the ones from the base 3rd edition game and the 2 expansion sets, which I think is pretty cool. I'm wondering if they're balanced at all, which is obviously the important bit, but I'm liking the number, I'm liking the variety. That's cool. Obviously, also, I'm very happy with the hardback and so on. People who take softcover rulebooks and like bend them back over, that makes the baby Jesus cry. And I'm liking this a hell of a lot more. This is part of the pre-order that you got. The deluxe rulebook. I think I mentioned that before. And yeah, it is gorgeous. They say so here, and I mean, no text blurb would ever be wrong, right? Yeah, never released behind-the-scenes perspective from the designers about the creation of Twilight Imperium. There's actually a documentary of it as well, which I have in a bookmark somewhere. I've been meaning to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. But yeah, it's cool. This is cool. I'm loving this. It's like McDonald's. All right, but on to the main event here. I haven't opened this box at all. By the time I just got to here, and I just realized that I didn't actually bring anything to get rid of the plastic around here. But I can see there's a hole here. So with just a little bit of scratching and some tearing and brutality, bam, we can release it from its cocoon. This is a heavy fucking thing, by the way. You could knock a motherfucker out with this one. Okay. Jesus. Yep. So this is the size of it. There is oh yeah, just to show the back. It's also very colorful. I'm really liking it. I'm gonna try to do this so the glare doesn't kill the whole thing. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll open it up and we'll see what's inside. Just, you can see here, something's happening very slowly. I'm gonna try to help it along a bit, but well, I've always said that unpacking Twilight Imperium was almost the most time-consuming part of it. Come on. Come on. Ah! All right, here we go. Got it. Okay, put that over there. First thing we get is one of Fantasy Flight Games' little advertisement biddies. And then we have this thick set of cardboard pieces to unpack and pop out and all that, which is always this great combination of just peaceful tranquility and just mind-numbing panic when popping out goes well and badly, respectively. I always like if you look very closely, I don't know if you can tell on these, but there are small ridges here where the cardboard kind of goes in, and on the back, this is a completely different one, but on the back here, this is flat. So I like pressing from the ridged part towards the flat part here, because I imagine that will make the outer cardboard layers less likely to tear, which is always like the panicked bit. Oh, we got these fuckers here. They are very important to the game. I know that at least 2 people who will be watching this will not give a shit. I'll be looking at that. Big, yeah. I am still not sure if I'll be opening this up and unpopping a bit on the video, but we'll see. We're just gonna go through. All right, and here we have the normal rule books. First, we got a learn to play thing, which is either all of the rules or it's a boiled down version of the rules. It might actually be all of them. I know that at the very least having 2 of these in like a long game is very nice, because it would let like 2 people look up rules at once. And if you're in doubt about something, you can you can just get one of the rule books and you can figure things out while it's not your turn, which is great for games of this length. Then we got the lore compendium, which contains all of the lore stuff. Also, I mean, that bit is a bit redundant with the deluxe thing, because obviously if you want to sit and like look at nice pictures and read about lore and so on, you might as well do it with like something that's more comfortable to read than this. But sure, I mean, nice having it. And rules reference. And that's here we have the numbers as well. I don't know if it's possible to see really. That does remind me, I should check if they're indexing that or what. Looks like they might be. Yeah, okay, so you got anti-fighter barrage, that's a 10, and then it's 10-2, 10, 10-1, 10-2, 10-1, 10-1, 10-2, blah, blah, blah. So if we look those up, that's a 22. This is some prime fucking indexing YouTube action we're doing right now. But here you can see that's the 10. So they are using it for indexing, which, considering how many things there are on each page, I think is actually a very good idea. So yeah, kudos to them. All right. Now we're moving into some of the stuff that was redesigned. We got another quick reference rule. This is the you can see this is the simple and easy to remember checklist of what you need to do in one turn. Yep. Look over this. All of this is one turn, and then this is stuff you can run into in the galaxy. Just a quick reference for when there's like asteroids, nebulas, or supernovas. It's just those. And this whole thing is where you put some counters that you use for various things during the game, and these areas are bigger than in 3rd edition, which I like, especially like the trade goods thing could get a bit cluttered, and at the same time this whole play thing is smaller than in the 3rd edition, because in 3rd edition it was like an A4 sized block of cardboard with the lore on the back and some artwork and some other neat shit, and it was very cool. But like another problem this game has is that it takes up a fuck ton of space. So any bit you can save, right? Oh, here we have the block. So okay, so apparently we're gonna have both of these. This has, for those who have played it previously, this has really changed a lot. But this is basically like what are the various units we have and what are their various stats and so on. Yeah, the thing has got a little weird there. This whole thing is shown mirror imaged for me, the camera I'm using. So I had to double check that all of the text would actually be readable, but fortunately Windows has figured that bit out. We're very, very happy. And you can see we have the race's special abilities up here. Yeah, like I said, all of the units, their flagship here, space docks, which is where everything is produced, and commodities, which seems to be a new thing. We're not sure what that is yet. I'll be reading through the rulebook at some point, and we'll, or I will figure it out. And at some point, I'm going to talk to the rest of you about it, and you'll wait for me to shut up, and I never will. Welcome to your new life. Okay, I'm just going to get something to drink. Juice, always juice. Okay, we are kind of nearing the end here, actually. We got some dice, because I definitely need more dice in my life, Michelle. And little boxes with the various guys in. This is actually, I'm just gonna show you this. This is not taking up a lot of space, which you know what? I'm just gonna get the old box for comparison, so you guys can see what this means to me and my life. 1 second. So for comparison, we got the old box, and we got the new box. So this is appreciate the saved space. Like this couldn't fit in my suitcase, like the thing I go on vacation with. It's insane. It still is. I'll just pull all of that away in a bit. But yeah, we got tiny little cards where you can see they also have all the stats on here. These are carriers. They're the ones you use to transport all of your fighters, and the fighters are the things that die instead of real ships. Then we got, oh, that's right. Okay, so if you look at the back here, you can see they have different colors. I'm sure this means that, yeah. Okay, so these are the action cards, which is the ones that have all the rules, that negate all the rules in the rulebook. It's quite wonderful. They're the bits that make you say when you're introducing someone to this game, you go, yeah, also everything I say, whenever there's a period, just imagine that I'm also saying, except when the action card tells you differently. Like any rule can be circumvented with action cards. These are more action cards. They are, just to show what I'm doing, underneath these, there are little card thingies. So that's what I'm going through right now. And here we have the planet cards. They're actually very nifty. They have some great artwork on them, and if you look down here, there's a little bit of lore here as well. They have somehow managed to make the two completely essential numbers here even more obnoxious to read than in 3rd edition. I'm not exactly sure why they thought that was such a brilliant idea. I mean, I'm not liking the yellow bit here. It's just kind of neutral to me. It doesn't really jump out and make it easy to see which is which. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. All right. Yeah, and basically these other ones, there is, okay, so I'm a little confused here because if you look at these, both of these have the same symbol, but they're two different colors. But then we get to here, and it's because this is probably this is all the political cards. And if we look very closely here, we can see that they're differently colored. So these are a bunch of different cards. And then I got confused about this because this is the Mentat Coalition. It's one of the races in the game. They have this symbol, or maybe it's the winning, whatever. It's one of the races. And I had thought originally that this one was another one of the races. So I figured they all had like little blocks of their own. But that's obviously, like that can't, surely that can't be. Oh yeah, it's tech cards. Never mind. But these must be the special tech cards that are here. Then every race has access to some unique tech cards. So that's probably what's going on there. And what do we have here? Oh, so here we have the objective cards, and I have no idea what this is. This is probably commodities. I think actually, now that I think about it, I read that they were one of the things they were doing with the trade system is that they were going to make it so that you could make like trade deals. I think they call those commodities, which are some serious advantages you give to another player. So you have something very serious to trade. I'm just gonna, I may actually unpack this one. I was thinking I was going to really unpack it at some time when I could move all the cards immediately to somewhere where I could just keep, so nothing got broken basically. But I'm just gonna, or I was gonna, but apparently I'm not, because this is yarn. Okay, this is being very obnoxious. Okay, but the basic idea behind the commodities would basically be like, these trade deals that gives a significant advantage to another player, which would have to be, you would have to be very careful about who you traded it to and what you asked for in return and all that stuff. Oh no, these are political cards. You can see this is an elect player thing that's going on here. Swords to Plowshares. There's a very good album called Swords to Plowshares by Blue Sky Black Death, and I recommend it to everybody who likes my kind of music. So, no one really, I guess. What do I do with this now? Okay, I guess I'll just put it back down because it can stay in this little pocket thing here, I think. And I'm going to wait with unpacking all the other cards because I kind of want to. Maybe I can just put it here. Is that the intention? You guys can follow along with what I'm doing? Maybe that's fine. I don't know. Okay, but I mean, they can be there. So, guess I'm looking through to see if I can find the commodities. I think that would be boring for you guys because it's a lot of cards. So I think we're just going to say that, Jonas requested an unboxing and you got it here. It's not in the HeroQuest style because jittery as I am not at that level. And but thank you guys all for looking. Jesus Christ, this took more than 20 minutes. All right, I'll stop now. Goodbye.